Hi and welcome back to the Red Panda Co. I'm Tasha. So today is August 1st, 2022, and today's video is going to be a little bit different. It's going to be very talky, so if you like those kinds of videos, go grab yourself a snack and a drink and we will get into a fun little video. So the reason today is a little bit special is because August 1st, 2021, I actually got my first doll, Raihlee. So I actually have her right here. This is Raihlee. I'm sorry if the lighting is really bright. I'm trying to figure that out. It's later in the day, so I don't have as much of the natural sun coming through the window. So I had to have a bunch of my lights out to make sense. So hopefully it's not too bright, but here's Raihlee. I may or may not have introduced her recently in a video, but she is my very first smart doll ever, and today is actually her birthday / gotcha day. It also marks the first year of me collecting smart dolls. So I was actually not interested, not that I wasn't interested, but I actually had never known what a ball jointed doll was before this. And so this was my first introduction to ball jointed dolls, was smart dolls. This face up was actually, she's a face up. She was actually done by Dragon Fox Studios, which I know I mention a lot in on this channel. She is actually my best friend. She and I grew up together pretty much. And so she got a smart doll quite a few years ago. Smart doll Coda, if you recognize her, she's a Starlight doll. So she actually got Coda a couple years before I even got into smart dolls, and so she managed to get me a really good deal on a body and then gave me this face up. So I am extremely thankful for that because my smart doll family has grown quite a bit in the last year that I've had. We'll get to that in a second because I'm actually in this video going to introduce you to my whole smart doll family. Now I may not be able to show you personally, like, you know, right now in this video, but I will have pictures in the background. But before we do that, I wanted to trying to juggle this at the same time. I actually made a tiny cake. So I'm a little bit extra, I don't know, but I felt like she deserved a cake. She is my first doll that I've had a birthday for, and so I thought I'd give her a cake. I actually had my sister come over today, and she asked me if I wanted anything from Walmart, and so I was like, yes, I need a candle because I need to put a candle on Raihlee's birthday cake. So here's the little cake. It is smart doll sized. How cute is that, right? So happy birthday, Raihlee! Woo! Anyway, I thought that would just be cute, like a cute little thing. Okay, so to get into the rest of the smart doll family. So my first smart doll was Raihlee. She is on a COS head, I think, or a CAL head, a CAL head. She was done by Dragon Fox Studios. Any of these face-up artists that I mention in the video, I will of course have listed down below because that's just what I do. So that was my very first doll. I have it on as notes because I had to actually go through and figure out when I got everybody because I honestly couldn't remember. Spoiler alert, I have 12 dolls. So that's 12 heads, I don't have 12 bodies. So my second doll was actually Fortitude in T, and that is Sage. I also have her sitting here, but I will also pop up pictures of her as well, and as I talk about all of these girls, I will pop up pictures. I have at least one picture of every single girl, and you can also kind of see them in the background there. But anyway, T Fortitude was my second one, and her name is Sage. My eye on her for a while. I got her in October 1st. So 2 months later, I decided to make my collection bigger. So it took not that long for me to be completely addicted. I jumped headfirst into this. I bought so many clothes. It was absolutely crazy. But I know you're not like supposed to pick favorites, right? But like, I don't know. Sage is probably one of my absolute favorites. because she's so cute. I actually really want to get a semi-real Fortitude one day. Anyway, so my third doll I got in November, at the beginning of November. She is, her name is Sophie, and she was actually a face-up done by Chitake. I don't know if I said that right. I have the spelling in the description below with her link to her, I think she uses Ko-fi. But anyway, she was actually the one that did the burn victim doll that he just recently in the last few months came out with. I believe she was the one that actually did the face up for that. So if you recognize her, that's who did the face up. And so I did get Sophie. I got her in November. Remember, I was sitting in the front of my sister's house waiting for her to wake up so we could go work out one morning, and I was just scrolling through Etsy and I found her and I instantly gave her a name, and so obviously I had to have her. If you're interested, I actually have an unboxing of her. That's around the time I started my YouTube channel, so that's interesting, right? Anyway, my fourth doll, her name is Kisa, and she's actually a prowess in Coco, and she's actually the one that's right at the end right there. And she's adorable. I love her to death. And she's my only Coco girl. I kind of wanted to be able to have, if it was within my ability to do so, I wanted to have one of every skin tone, and she was my favorite. So out of the ones that I could choose, there was actually not very many to choose from back in November. So now there's like tons to choose from, but I still probably would choose her because she's adorable. I also got her at the beginning of November 2021, so this is still all 2021. Then in January of 2022, Izara joined the family. So she's another face up done by Dragon Fox Studios. I just thought she was adorable. She's got this cute little innocent face. I also got the Flex Body from Attica, the Attica Flex Body, and I actually put her on the body, and so I thought that she kind of matched it. I thought it was kind of cute. But that was my fifth doll at that point. And at this point, starting with Izara, I started just getting heads and not actual bodies. So that is where the lack of bodies come from. So my sixth doll was actually another face up, but the face up was done by me. So Olivia was actually my very, very first face up. And she was done on a Mirai sculpt, and I had tons of fun. Like, I completely fell in love with doing face ups after this because it was awesome. I loved it. And because she was my first face up, I couldn't bring myself to sell her. So I ended up keeping her. She is a cinnamon doll, and I love her to death. So just a quick background on why I named her Olivia. Around the time that I was doing the face up, a friend from college who had passed away, her, the year mark of when she had passed was coming up around the time that I did the face up. And so I kind of wanted to honor her by naming her Olivia. So anyway, that's just a cute little backstory on Olivia. I also have a video on her face up as well. I promise I'm not trying to like advertise for myself, but if you haven't seen any of my other videos, there's actually a lot of video evidence of all of these girls. So either unboxings or some sort of face up, or even some of the face ups that other people have done, they've done videos on it, and I'll call that out when we get there. So my next doll, the seventh doll, see, I numbered these because I knew that I was gonna forget what number I was on. My seventh doll, her name is Blue. She's blue, like her color is blue. She's actually a blue, interstellar blue prowess, and I actually bought the head before I bought the body. So at the time that I decided to get prowess, I was actually in the process of paying off another blue girl, and so I figured, why not? If I'm gonna have a blue body, I might as well get this one that I really wanted in blue. That was the only other girl I was interested in blue that I wanted, was prowess, and so I got her. And I had her as a head for a while before I managed to get the body. But I love her to death. I think she's adorable, and I have two prowesses. And I feel like prowess is one of those girls where she looks completely different in all the skin tones, and I love that. Anyway, my next girl, my eighth girl, her name is Aria. She's another face up. and she was a face up done by Magical Girl Kit Kat, and I loved her to death. I'm gonna link her video down below too of the process with her making this face up, because she did such a good job. And I'm hoping that I can maybe get some more pictures of her, but I actually only have a picture of her head. So if you are seeing pictures pop up behind me and it's her full body, I did that just recently. I just haven't had the time. Life has been going crazy. I haven't had the time to be able to put her on her body, so we will. She's gonna have a turn on the blue body because Zombie's on her. Anyway, that's a spoiler on the next one. So in between Aria and Zombie, I gave it away. I got Iris. She is my only semi-real at the moment. She is semi-real Courage and Tea. And I mostly got her, I just got her head. I mostly got her because I started making anime follow me eyes, and I wanted to be able to have a semi-real sculpt that I can start doing some semi-real eyes as well. Because if you've noticed that up to this point, they've all been anime, and they will all be anime after this too. This is my only semi-real for now. I'll mention at the end kind of some of the ones that I'm looking at, but for now we're gonna talk about the ones I have. But that's kind of the reason why I got Iris, is because I wanted a semi-real doll to work with. I'm not as much of a fan of the semi-reals. I know some people love them, and so I feel like that's the reason I want to include eyes, because I feel like there's some people who may want my eyes but they don't have them in semi-reals. But anyway, so that was the reason I got her, but also I just think she's really cute as well. And then my 10th doll was Zombie Anomaly. Like I said, I kind of ruined it earlier. She was the blue girl that I was actually paying off with Fabric Friends and Dolls. If you're not familiar with them, I actually put their link down below too. Hopefully I can remember all these links. But they actually are a US retailer of smart dolls. So Danny will send them dolls, and they are the only ones that are officially able to sell them in full like that. You can sell them secondhand. Like if you get a doll and you're like, I really want to sell this and maybe try to get a different one, you can do that, but they're the only ones that can actually officially sell it straight from Danny. And the good thing about that is the fact that they offer layaway, which is really nice. So that's what I did, because the blue dolls are a lot more expensive than the regular ones. I just got a layaway, and I was able to pay her off in about 6 months, I think, or 5 months. Anyway, it wasn't long at all. I really appreciated that. So anyway, I got Zombie, and she's really, really, really cute. The only two blue dolls that I really had my eye on was Prowess and Zombie, and I thought they were adorable. The other one would be Chitose, but the blues are kind of going away at this point, so I'm not like holding out hope that I would ever get her. But anyway, my next one is Chitose and Tea. So I have actually I wasn't interested in her for a while. I stopped saying when I got them. I got Chi in May of 2022, so not even that long ago. Not at all that long ago, just a couple months ago. But it was around the time that the yen was really low, or it was really weak. It was worth a lot less than the US dollar, and so even though it was 52,000 yen, it was like $400 US, which it's actually, it went a little lower. It was like 390 US dollars, and so I couldn't help myself. But Chitose was one of those where my best friend, Dragon Fox Studio / Smart Doll Coda, she actually had a Chitose in cinnamon, and I thought she was adorable, but for whatever reason, I wasn't all that interested in her until about a few months ago, and all of a sudden I just kind of fell in love with her. And I think that she's got the cutest little face. I adore her. She's actually not on a body right now because our last girl that I'm about to mention is actually using her body. But she snuck up on me a little bit. And as much as I love her in cinnamon, I thought that she would look really good in tea, because tea is actually my favorite skin tone. So I really love her in tea. I think she looks great in both cinnamon and tea. And I also adore her in cocoa. But cocoa is obviously not on the website anymore. But I really love her in all the skin tones, really. But I have her in tea, and I adore her. And I think she's adorable. So my very, very last girl, her name is Maya. and I just recently got her in July. So just last month I unboxed her. Again, her unboxing's online. Actually, all of these girls' unboxings are online, all the way back to Sage. I have everything recorded. So if you're interested and you haven't watched any of those, go back and find them because I've got tons of them. Anyway, Maya is a face up done by Sunflower Abby. She is Sunflower Abby, I think, on Instagram, and then Sunflower Abby shop on Etsy. Again, I'll have it all linked down below. But she does some really cute face ups, and if I post this the day I'm thinking I'm gonna post it, she's got some on her Etsy shop right now. So she is super cute. She actually has vitiligo on her face, and I love that. I think that's really cute. So my plan is to potentially upgrade her bust and to get one of the new vitiligo medium smooth busts from Danny, and so I'm really excited about that. And she's gonna be kind of my like little elf girl. So we're getting a little bit into the fantasy. Also, Aria is an alien. I don't think I mentioned that earlier, but you'll be able to tell from the pictures. Anyway, that is 12 dolls in total. As you can imagine, I've mentioned, I don't have that many bodies. I actually only have 6. I have 2 teas, 2 cinnamons, a cocoa, and a blue. So we do a lot of sharing. Eventually I will get to the point where I have my main girls and I'll have the secondary head. So really I only need like 1 more tea body and probably 1 more cinnamon, and I'm good to go. The rest can just be floaters. But that is my collection at the moment. So I've got my eye on a couple more, and then I probably will just hold out and see if Danny does any more that kind of catch my attention. But the two that are really catching my attention at the moment are actually semi-reals. And like I mentioned before, I'm not as huge of a fan of the semi-reals. The cat opened the door in the back, so that's what you saw. Anyway, we're moving on. I'm not as big of a fan of the semi-reals. However, these two have kind of like captured my heart. The first one is Semi-Real Fortitude. Like I said, I have a T Fortitude in the anime style, and I love her. And every time I see Semi-Real Fortitude in T, I just think she's so cute. She is just absolutely adorable, and I kind of see her as like a bigger sister to the anime Fortitude. So I really would love to get her because every single picture I see of her just melts my heart. The other semi-real doll that I really would love, and I kind of loved her ever since I saw her, was Courage. I believe that's what her name is. I'll double check. If I'm wrong, I'll put it on the screen somewhere. But she actually also has vitiligo on her face, and I think she is just so cute. The T version. Now, I know that there is an anime version, and I would love to see an anime Courage T version, but I don't know if that's ever gonna happen. But the semi-real is so cute. Annie actually teased her like quite a while ago before he actually put her in production. He actually released her in the painted heads, the T painted heads, and I saw her and I was very tempted to buy one. But the thing is, if you're not familiar with the painted heads in the chaos section, it's chaos, and so they're imperfect quality items, or items that he just hasn't released and he's just testing out. So there's also a chance that you wouldn't get what you wanted. So you have the option to be able to get whatever he's doing at the time. So you literally have no idea what you're gonna get. It's a mystery. So it was possible that even if I did buy one, that I wasn't gonna be able to get Courage like I wanted. But I decided to wait, and I'm glad I did, because now you can actually buy her full, and she will have the vitiligo on not only her face, but her bust and also her arm. And so obviously if you just got her in as a head, you wouldn't have any of that. So I'm really glad, and I'm also glad I waited because he did introduce the vitiligo medium smooth busts, like I mentioned earlier. So I'm really excited about that. But anyway, those are the ones that I've kind of had my eye on. obviously every day changes. One day I might fall completely in love with one that I wasn't initially in love with at first. So I guess time will tell. But at the moment I've been kind of slowing down on the spending because the credit card's getting too high. So I have to kind of slow down a little bit, pay it down. I've been focusing a lot on making money as much as I can. So I've got my Etsy shop and stuff like that. So I've been kind of focusing on that, and just creating has been really fun. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. I know it was a very talky video, and most of you may have clicked out of the video at this point. So for the few that are still watching, thank you a ton. I genuinely appreciate it, because honestly at this point you just really just wanted to watch me talk. So thank you so much. I really genuinely appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you have an amazing week, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!